And well, hello. As promised, I bring you now this week's chapter of Fairy Tale after the very enthusiastic and cheerful chapter of the Seven Deadly Sins. We will see how Fairy Tale goes on about. Fairy Tale 535, name yet unknown. But we have the cover arc of the Fairy Tale Memories number 8, Luxus and the Thunder God tribe, thirsting for power, launched their assault. So a reminder of the Luxus, of the Raijun tribe arc. It was a really cool arc. Like, to see Fairy Tale being struck by one of their own members was something pretty shocking in a guild we knew to be very closed by the bond of family. So the showdown of the guild's strongest battle of Fairy Tale. Very cool indeed, a very good saga as well. Okay, so we start right off with Lucy just being possessed by some sort of demon. Something abnormal is happening to Lucy, who is fusing with the Book of the ND. There's something taking over her body. Ooh, that doesn't look cool. That doesn't look pleasant. Chapter 535, The Strongest Power. Here we go. Okay, so Lucy is struggling quite a lot. It's so hot, something inside my body. Ooh, Natsu's flames. So these are his demonic flames. But this might be just the clue I needed. If I can just follow this magic power to the source, I can save Natsu. You might be able to override the demon within him. So this is where the air conditioning joke came from. To be honest with you guys, the thing is, I follow a Fairy Tale page on Facebook, so since the chapters release on the weekend, it's kind of hard for me to avoid spoilers sometimes. And I had seen this Gray and Lucy scene where Gray just basically serves as an air conditioning device for Lucy. And that's the joke. That's why I said that's where the air conditioning joke comes from. Because, yeah, it just looks like Gray. He's looking like an air conditioning for Lucy. Pray that Juvia doesn't see that. Because if she does, damn, she's not gonna like it. We'll save Natsu together. Ooh, and we see who in the end of the page? Natsu himself. Damn. His wounds, they vanished. Of course they did, because magic. That's right, where is the book of END? It couldn't be, is someone overwriting it. And yet it's hard to fathom that any human could possibly manipulate that demonic text. The simple act of doing so would erode their very being, and they would be consumed by the darkness. Let me guess, another one of her spirits will come to save her. I'll bet you on that. His revival is no short of a miracle, but it will not happen again. The editor's life cannot possibly endure it. Thank you, Lucy, Happy, and Gray. I finally understand now. That was Graham's voice the whole time. But even so, I fought with Gray and collapsed right when everyone needed me the most. I wasn't thinking of anyone but myself. Think back and remember, what have we been fighting for this whole time? It's all for Fairy Tale. Our feelings will become our final power. As they always do, but I'll let it roll this time because that was a pretty impressive speech. I'm going to be honest with that. Our strongest power. And he jumps forward. Oh, okay, so we go back to another set of jumps. Jellal versus Acknowledgia. That awaits you, human. I am the devourer of all magic, the dragon of magic, Acknowledgia. For I have become Acknowledgia, the devourer of magic. And with that, I say my no. I'm just kidding. Is absorbing my magic power? No say! It's not like you knew that he could do that from the very beginning. Who would have said? Ugh. Get away from him, Jellal, but if I can just manage to lure him into the ravines of time, I'll be able to protect Erza. Jellal, you mustn't. The chip is on its last legs. We're gonna fall any minute. Okay, so the ship fell. I'll crush you like the insect you are. Hiro Mishima, I know I say a lot of bad things about the fairy tale recently, but if you kill off Jerza, just don't push it. Okay, so back to Natsu versus Jellal, and out of a sudden and out of his arse, Natsu is able to punch Zeref. How many times must you get in my way until you're satisfied? Until the day I bring back smiles to everyone's faces. That is the world I'm about to create, you fool. Oh, Jesus, yeah, right, you're not thinking of anyone but yourself. All you're trying to do is reject this world completely. You know not the pain of those who have been rejected by this world, and yet how dare you defy me? Burn brightly, take everything I have, take the power of our guild and release it as flames. My curse, my anger, my sorrow, darkness eternal become my power. Who's saying this? Probably Natsu, apparently. Blaze Dragon King's Demolition Fist. Nice. Oh, so they were both chanting, I see. Stygian Blast Circle. This would be awesome if they let it stay as a double page, but oh well. This is the end, Zeref. Vanish from this world, Natsu. Their wills collide, burning brightly, what lies beyond these flames upon which the very future is at stake. To be continued in chapter 536, The Wild Dragon's Flames. Okay, let us begin from the very beginning. First of all, I enjoyed the composition of this chapter. There was a sort of suspense, that's not how you say it now. There was a cliffhanger. There we go. There were cliffhangers in the various scenes where they needed to be. We saw a little bit of Lucy. We understood a little bit more of what was happening to her and how exactly was she doing that. I still don't buy the idea of she rewriting Natsu's book and just him reviving, but I'll just swallow it for now. Then we had Jellal versus Acknowledge, which was also left on a cliffhanger. Very cool. Although I did not enjoy the whole surprise from Jellal of how, oh wait, he can eat magic. Like, didn't they knew that already? Like, hasn't Acknowledge just didn't Acknowledge eat magic in front of them? Like, what was so surprising of Jellal? I really thought that was a poor assessment of his part. But anyway, then again, I don't really want Jellal to die. Like, I'm sure Mishima will find a way to save him, and I'm cool with that, okay? Says the guy who wished Natsu was still dead. I don't wish for Natsu to die, mind you, but I just think they could have brought him back in another way. And then we had the final confrontation, and I gotta say, that's the part that scares me the most. Because it's, as I've said countless times in the most recent chapters of Fairy Tail, not only of this year, but last year's as well, things are way too convenient. First, the villain powers up beyond measure. All of a sudden, the hero pulls the power out of their arse, and they are just able to defeat him, like, just. And I know that's a staple in most shonens, heck, even in most stories. But the thing with Fairy Tail is it seems so rushed. Like, so much happens in a chapter, so many different perspectives happen in a chapter, then it sometimes seems, I don't know, you would think that the various perspectives would give for less time for each, so more time to develop. But I don't know if it's by the fact that Fairy Tail is ending that it seems rushed. Maybe it's the fact that we know that Fairy Tail is going to end that's making it seem rushed. I gotta say, I really don't know. Fairy Tail appears to be in its last 2 volumes. I don't know if it's still 2 or if it's only 1 left now. I don't know if they have been published. But since we are in the Fairy Tail Memories in the Raijun arc, I guess there isn't a lot else to go. What is after this? It's not Terojima, is it? Let me check. You guys do know how I like to check things in the middle of videos. That's me. So that's me. If you don't like it, well, what can I say? Let us go. Story arcs of the Fairy Tail manga. Okay, so there's the Zero arc, that doesn't count. The Macau arc was already covered. The Daybreak arc, which was the one where they fought against Duke Everloo and Lucy got the Virgo key. Then there's the Lullaby arc, Galuna Island, Phantom Lord, Loki arc, which was the one where we discover he was a celestial spirit. Then there was the Tower of Haven, and then the Battle of Fairy Tail. So that makes, let me count them again, Macau, Daybreak, Lullaby, Galuna, Phantom Lord, Loki, Tower of Heaven, and Battle of Fairy Tail. So that makes 8. Okay, it makes sense. Okay, so next is Horacium Says. So how many do we have left? We have Horacium Says. We have... So Daphne is a anime only, so it doesn't count. We have Edulus. I forgot about Edulus. I mean, I didn't forget about Edulus, but I forgot the timeline of Edulus. So we have Horacium Says, Edulus. Then after Edulus is Tenrojima, the X791, which is after the 7 years. It's a small saga. I don't think it deserves but maybe we'll do a cover for it. So we have 4 with the Grand Magic arc, the Sun Village arc, Tartarus arc, Avatar, and then Alvarez Empire. So we have roughly 9, 8. I don't think he will put Alvarez in a cover. But yeah, we don't have 9 chapters of Fairy Tail left, do we? That is scary. Like, let's put it 10. 10 chapters of Fairy Tail left, it's not a lot. It would end on 545. I mean, it does not necessarily need to be the end of the Fairy Tail Memories. That's going to be the end of the manga. That's not necessarily true, but just making me think, like, that is scary. I by no means dislike Fairy Tail. You guys know that. When Fairy Tail ends, I'm going to be very, very sad. Because it's a manga that I grew up with. I mean, not actually grew up. I was pretty old already when I started reading Fairy Tail. But still, it's part of my growth. It's part of my adolescence. Like, I was what, 16 when I started reading Fairy Tail. I am 22 right now, so 23 this year. So those are some years. So, well, maybe 17, 18, something along those lines. I'm going to be very sad when Fairy Tail ends, but it's as I say, it's been a rough end journey. It's much like Bleach. Bleach saddened me quite a while in the end. Maybe I should reread, maybe that's what I should do. I should reread Bleach, reread the last saga of Bleach. Maybe I'll even do a video on the last saga of Bleach after reading it, like, from scratch. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna reread Bleach's last saga. I don't know when, I make no promises. But I'm gonna reread it. And when Fairy Tail ends, I'm gonna do the same with the Alvarez arc. I'm gonna reread it again. And then I'll bring a video on it. Maybe I'll change my opinion on it. maybe I'll see things a different way. I'll see things more clearly than I would, because from week to week details go by. You lose a little bit of detail with how much stuff happens in these chapters. So on one hand is a cool thing, and another one is not so cool. But overall, yeah, that gave me an idea. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reread Bleach's Lost Saga. I don't know when, but expect a Bleach Final Saga video, and I am all yellow because the light, now turning light on doesn't really change anything because I'm still yellow, like one of the Sovereigns from Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Spoilers, I am actually going to play Adam Warlock in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. No, I'm not. I wish I was. Jesus. Can you imagine being in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 as Adam Warlock? That would be very cool. But enough, this is Fairy Tail, not Guardians of the Galaxy. Maybe one day Guardians of the Galaxy comes for the channel. Ooh, spoilers, I've said too much. My dear friends, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you have enjoyed the chapter. Please do let me know if you have. What do you think of the situations that have happened? Do you think that Lucy will survive? Of course she will, but how? Will she stay good after that? What are the after effects of messing with Zeref's black magic? Do you think Jellal will die? And do you think, what chances does Natsu have against Zeref? Please do let me know all that and much more that you wish for in the comment section down below. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I'll see you later this week for the live reaction on Boku no Hero Academia. I'll see you then.